Hey man, you got leftover chicken wings?
I got some sausage gravy.
That's not chicken wings. You say you got leftover chicken wings?
No, but I got some sausage gravy.
Okay, we got chicken wings though. You sure you ain't got none left in the back, man?
I got some sausage gravy.
Alright man, let me get a sausage gravy to go.
I only got chicken wings.
Fuck. Alright, you have a good one.
Thank you, sir. Next!
Yeah, hey, you got any chicken wings?
Now, what's up, you spooky specters? Today, we are looking at 10 creepiest places ever.
Ooh.
Creepy, spooky, touristy locations that I would...
Like the laundry room at my uncle's house, you know what I'm saying?
I would enjoy going to creepy places. I've always kind of enjoyed that.
I like getting spooked.
Spoopies.
Helps keep you grounded.
There's apparently, I found out, a lot of abandoned places in Washington that I had no idea.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, it's not a little hair. Yeah, a little hair on your nose. Just like,
me.
Let me inside of you.
Dude, we trying to go
That's a ghost hair.
spooky houses on for DickeyDines or what?
dude, I'm down. Fuck yeah.
let us
Hit
know.
that like button if you want to see us go to some spoopy places. All right, so let's get through this list. Number one. Oh God!
That's so scary! Oh my god!
The Island of the Dolls.
Oh.
Mexico. The Island of Dolls is a small island in...
Xochimilco.
Thank you. The island is famous for having old broken dolls tied to tree branches and trunks. They were hung there by the soul and now deceased resident of the island called Julian Santana Barrera. He claimed that he collected the dolls from canals and hung them to keep away evil spirits and make peace with the spirit of a dead girl that he once found. It is also stated that he believed that at night the dolls come to life and walk around the island. The island is accessible by boat, but probably too scary for most people, especially after dark. That's creepy as fuck.
That's real creepy. I'd go to that one.
It might not seem that creepy, but after dark, you're on an island just covered in
In dolls. Yeah,
by
but they're not,
rotting dolls.
They
and
don't
shit.
look like they're that scary dolls though. Like
I
they're all
mean-
pretty small. Like they're not intimidating sizes.
But
Like,
just
if-
imagine the vibe of being
Yeah,
around.
I'm
there.
sure. I definitely know it would be scary, but
Yeah.
I think
That'd be
I don't
cool.
know.
I'd
Yeah,
be
that was
down for
definitely freaky, but
Catacombs of Paris in
Ugh.
France. The Catacombs of Paris is a huge underground cemetery that holds the remains of around 6 million people since the late 18th century. A visit to the Catacombs of Paris is now considered a popular but very creepy tourist attraction. Now, I do not remember if I went to this specific place when I was in Europe, but I know we did go to certain catacombs
Oh, really?
in France.
was it like the bones and shit?
Oh
too?
yeah, there's like skulls everywhere and shit. It's
That's
wild.
crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if it was this one. Like
Is
I said,
it weird?
but
Does it feel like those are a bunch of dead people, or is it just not like a thought really? when you're
there's
there?
so many
Uh-huh.
that it's not really a thought. Like if
Really?
you see one skeleton on the side of the road, you're like, holy shit, that's a dead person. But when you see literally like 10,000 skulls, you're like, that's a structure. It's
Yeah,
weird how that like.
That's interesting.
How that
I feel like that would
works.
be like more fucked up for me, like
Yeah.
to see that and like to put in like, man, these were all people at one point with
Right.
individual lives, and they're all just fucking decor in the catacombs. That's fucking
It's
wild.
wild.
That's crazy.
Suicide Forest, Japan. I think we all know about this one already. Thank you, Logan, but we'll read it anyways. I'm gonna butcher this. Akigara is a forest located at the base of Mount Fuji. The trees of the forest are so dense they block the wind and almost all wildlife from existing in the forest. Because of that, the forest is known to be very quiet. Sometimes. Japanese mythology also associates the forest with demons. Today, the place is also a popular place for suicides and memes, giving the forest its creepy nickname. The Japanese government is trying to fight the phenomenon by putting up signs urging people to reconsider.
Don't do it. Yeah, I've always
Yeah.
really wanted to go there.
I
Not
mean,
to kill myself, but to just.
right? I was about to say like,
I've always
do we need
wanted
to talk,
check-
Austin?
Always wanted to check that place out.
Yeah.
It's been a big bucket lister for me for.
Well, something
a long
that's
time.
probably not that known is the fact that it says there's no wind or wildlife.
Yeah, it's very.
And it's
dense.
very, very quiet.
Mhm.
That would
That's like
because,
why people go there. Is because of
Yeah.
that reason, and it's very soothing.
That's
Like,
wild.
yeah.
yeah.
Dude, man, that was a bummer. Have you seen the movie The Forest?
I have.
The movie sucked.
Yeah,
The movie was
with the
fucking
twins?
dumb. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was so dumb. They finally had a movie about the fucking Suicide Forest. And it
So
was
I
dumb as shit.
knew from the very beginning that they weren't going to.
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. They weren't going to both be in the same shot at the same
'Cause it's the
time
same
ever
girl,
because
yeah.
it's literally the same actress,
Yeah.
and every shot beforehand was the back of the head shit.
Mhm.
So I was like, okay, well they're never gonna put them
Right.
together.
Like, so obviously one of them isn't gonna make it.
Yeah, exactly. Number 4, Pripyat, Ukraine. An abandoned city in northern Ukraine near the border of Belarus. Pripyat was founded in 1970
Oh, is this the Chernobyl place?
for their
dude?
Chernobyl
Fuck
nuclear
yeah.
power plant. It had grown to a population of 49,360 before being vacated a few days after the April 26, 1986 Chernobyl disaster. Because of the radiation, the city cannot be populated and remains abandoned today. The view of this ghost town, so empty and lifeless, a city that was abandoned at once without warning. It's frightening, surreal, and simply put, creepy.
Yeah.
That's
Dude,
wild.
Chernobyl's fucking tight.
That's wild.
That city, I would love to see that too. Have you seen the movie Chernobyl Diaries?
Mm-mm.
That one's pretty. They actually shot it like in the city of like Chernobyl.
Oh,
Like,
really?
They actually, but they went there and they could only film for like a couple hours at a time, and then they'd have to leave.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had, like there was like a documentary on it. It was the movie didn't do very well, but it was actually a pretty good movie, surprisingly.
So it's like just active radiation.
Yeah, it's just like they couldn't go too close, but yeah, like because actual Chernobyl is still very radioactive. Like
Interesting.
Because it had like big nuclear silos and shit, so it's
Uh-huh.
like the reactors are still like nuclear power doesn't like stop, so like the nuclear or the power or whatever is still like generating itself, and like it's
Yeah.
still very toxic. Even
That's
that
wild.
like that city is super far away from the silos, and it still was like heavily like you could for sure get radioactive poisoning there, and it's not even close to the silos.
That's wild, dude. That's wild. Shades of Death Road,
Oh,
New
never
Jersey,
heard of this one.
United States. 7-mile long road in New Jersey has many legends surrounding the origin of its name. All have some reference to unsolved murders that took place around the area. There are also some paranormal activities that are said to take place around the area. Just like in Suicide Forest, the name here alone is enough to scare you.
So I'm confused. Oh, there was just a bunch of murders on this road.
Yeah.
Like not okay. I feel like there's got like I kind of want to research this one a little
Yeah,
more
a
because it's
little
so
bit.
vague that it like
Right.
kind of has my attention now. Shades of Death Road. What a fucking scary name for
Yeah.
your road.
Probably like some serial killer,
Right.
you know,
like
dropped a
improvised
bunch
it
of bodies or something
kind of
on
like
that
the Green
road.
River thing.
Yeah. Number 6, Helltown, Ohio, United States. Helltown is basically another ghost town formerly known as Boston, Ohio. It's an area located in Summit County, Ohio, and now part of Cuyahoga Valley National Park. As the name might suggest, many legends surround Helltown. For example, there's a bridge in the area that when you cross it, you can supposedly hear a crying baby. The nearby Boston Cemetery is believed to be haunted as well. An abandoned school bus in the area is also supposedly haunted, as at night you can see a ghost smoking a cigarette inside the bus. But the bus has now been removed.
I mean, I'd check that one out.
Yeah, for sure.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
Baby crying when you pass the bridge. Huh.
Maybe there's
It's like a motion sensor. Like,
Yeah, right, exactly. There's like some like little, I don't know, bird.
There's just been a
That
doll
has a
there forever.
nest.
Right. Yeah, it's just a bird this whole time.
Or like a doll that's like hanging by its pull string, so
Right.
it's constantly like
just in a loop. Of,
or some shit like that. Charleville Castle, Ireland.
Ooh.
This Gothic castle in County Offaly is said to be haunted by a girl that broke her neck trying to slide down the tallest tower. Visitors have reported strange happenings in the castle, and a photographer who supposedly went up the tower disappeared and only his camera was found. The castle has been visited by many paranormal investigators and psychics and featured in the TV shows Scariest Places on Earth and Ghost Hunters International.
she tried to slide down the tallest tower.
Oh.
How and why? Like, it's completely upright. How do you
Yeah.
slide down that? She
I don't
jumped
know.
off the tower is what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
I'm confused. Like,
I don't know. Maybe there's something that's not showing here.
are there
but-
slides on the top of all castle towers?
I don't know. A quick way to get down.
Yeah.
It's like a slip and slide. Whee! I don't know.
Huh.
I would just love to go to Ireland in general,
Dude,
but
yeah.
like Gothic castles, like they're
It sounds tight.
in Europe.
Castles are crazy. That one that where did we go to in New York? That crazy huge.
Oh yeah,
church?
I don't remember what it was
That
called.
place was wild to look at.
Dude, if you like
The
that,
architecture, that was insane.
you got to go to Europe sometime.
Dude, I'd
they're
love to do
fucking
that.
everywhere.
That'd be sick. Yeah, I love
they're-
that. Like, I'm a huge fan of like that old like what's the time period? The,
Like romantic era,
Yeah.
Gothic era, like
yeah, those fucking
Dark
cool like
Ages.
cathedrals and just like dope looking architecture that's like not at all
Right.
kept anymore.
right. It's you look at it and you're like, how the fuck did they make these
For real, yeah.
back
it's
like
stone
500,
gargoyles
600,
like,
700
engraved
years
into
ago?
just a side paneling. It's like what the fuck?
Right. Number 8, Varosha, Northern Cyprus, a quarter in the Cypriot city of Famagusta. It is located within northern Cyprus. Prior to the Turkish invasion of Cyprus in 74, it was the modern tourist area of Famagusta. Its inhabitants fled during the invasion, and it has remained abandoned ever since. An entire quarter of a city with high-rise buildings, streets with shops, wide beaches, all entirely abandoned. Another ghost town that looks like part of a Hollywood movie.
That's crazy.
Dude, just imagine, like, that would be so fucking cool to just go there and literally no one else, and you can just walk into any building you want, you can do whatever the fuck, like, it would feel like you were in a zombie movie.
Like, if I Am Legend, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It'd be so
that's
crazy.
well, that's what would freak me out. I think the most is that like that sounds fun as fuck. Like get a bunch of buddies and go down to a paintball like sesh there, but then that immediately sounds like the setup to a horror film.
Yeah,
where,
right.
like,
Y'all start
there's
disappearing.
An entire civilization of fucking like underground people that live in these buildings that are like hyper strong and they come out at night or something.
Right, like some Silent Hill shit.
Exactly.
Number 9, the Hill of Crosses, Lithuania. The small hill in northern Lithuania is filled with an estimated number of around 100,000 crosses.
Damn.
Catholic pilgrims have been bringing crosses here since the early 19th century. When Pope John Paul II visited the Hill of Crosses in 93, he declared it a place for hope, peace, love, and sacrifice. But still, a little creepy.
Wait, what? Since when is sacrifice in on that? Oh, like their sacrifice.
Yeah.
I was thinking like hope, peace, love, and fucking sacrifice. Like
It was probably like, you know, maybe back when they used to like sacrifice like goats and shit. Well, it says 93. I don't know. Like sacrifices and like, oh, like he sacrificed so much.
That's what I think I meant.
Yeah.
Right? Initially, it just sounds
Selflessness.
jarring. Right.
Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, 100,000. I mean, it doesn't
Yeah,
look
pretty
like
cool.
much in this picture, but if you
100,000.
can imagine 100,000, that's probably a huge fucking,
Massive. Well, look at the person in the middle. That's a pretty big stretch of hill.
yeah. That'd be a cool place to see. I don't know if I'd
Yeah, I'd
necessarily
check it
say
out.
creepy.
No, it definitely doesn't sound creepy, but I'd for sure check that out.
But yeah,
it
I
sounds
would-
cool to see.
It'd be cool to like go and experience it.
Lithuania.
Poveglia, Italy. During the horrific years of the Black Death at the 14th, 16th centuries, a small island near Venice was used as a plague pit. Tens of thousands of people have died here. During the early 20th century, the island has hosted a mental hospital where the doctor in charge has supposedly murdered and tortured the patients, eventually losing his mind and committing suicide. The island was named the most haunted island in the world, but that did not stop one very rich man from purchasing it in an auction for 400,000 euros. Pounds, whatever that is.
Damn, that doesn't seem like very much
Yeah.
for buying an. You bought an
Well,
entire island?
think about who would actually want that.
That's true.
There's a mental hospital, and it was a dumping pit.
Yeah, but it's an island.
Like, true.
Just tear it all
but
down and build a fucking utopia.
it's probably literally surrounded by thousands of dead corpses and like bones and shit. And then there's a mental hospital smack dab in the center. Like, who's gonna buy that?
Make a fucking
Put a Walmart in it,
Dude,
like,
okay, hear me out. Check this out. An entire island that is a haunted house. Haunted island.
that would be pretty sick, actually.
Just dedicate this entire island to just like recreating like I don't know, like dive deep into like serial killers and like make exhibits for each of them that like at different sections of the town that like you have to go through and like experience their like that inside that person's brain or something. Like a room that's like dedicated to like the serial killers and their creepy shit and just an entire island of haunted shit.
Yeah.
Would be so sick. Just a bunch of people running around like
Now we
a
just
free
have
roam
to-
haunted house.
Find a rich man to fund it.
Yeah. If only there was a rich man that would come take us away.
If only. Ooh. All right, well, that's top 10 creepiest places ever.
I want to go. I want to go to some of them.
I would like to go and see some of these places.
Find
That
some
would be
ghosts.
super cool. If you know of a creepy place that is maybe in your hometown or like a legend in your hometown that is like haunted or something, leave it in the comments down below. I always like looking up cool places, you know, seeing pictures and shit like that.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, maybe Maybe we'll have to go check out some abandoned places in Washington.
That'd be sick. It'd be a cool video. Would you guys be into that? Let us know.
Let's know.
Let's do. You want to see us get spooked IRL?
Spooked. Thank you guys so much for watching. Clickable links in the description. Follow our socials and all that good stuff. Hit the subscribe button to keep watching, and we will see you in the next video.
Yeah. See you later.